Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NASholes, the podcast where three assholes who like to think they know a thing or two about NASCAR talk about NASCAR. I'm Benny B, joined alongside my very good friend Drew the Man Scarvan, and the brand new member of NASholes, Jeff Dubuque, aka Jeff D. Jeff D, welcome to NASholes, man.
Hey, man, thank you. Thank you.
Why don't you... Oh, go ahead, Drew.
I was going to say, so before Jeff tells the audience member who he is, I just want to let people know that this is a stray fan that Ben caught randomly once, and then it was a hilarious miscommunication that brought us here, and I'm very happy for it.
Yes, we are happy to have Jeff. Literally, he just commented on one of our posts or something and says, "When are you going to have me on the pod?" And I was like, "I don't know, just DM me." And we just talked, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, screw it, you can be on the pod." And he told us before the show, he was half joking about it and half like, "Oh, maybe he will invite me on the pod." And well, ultimately, he's here now. And so, Jeff, why don't you introduce yourself and where we can follow you or whatever, and where your loyalties lie?
Okay, so that's essentially my whole life story. It's just, we'll see if this works. So, hi, I'm Jeff Dubuque. You can follow me if you know how to spell my last name, then you can probably follow me anywhere. If you want to, I warn you, I say stupid things, and I mean most of them.
He's perfect for the show, Drew.
It's kind of our deal.
My loyalties lie with Front End Motorsports and Tricon Garage. I came into NASCAR and I saw the M&M car in 2007 and went, that one, that's my driver. And
fair enough.
David Gillan, we didn't win a cup, but we got that one, a nationwide win, and we love it. But his son's great, and we wrote for Front Row because they're great people over there.
Awesome, man. Well, we're happy to have you, and hoping this NASholes journey with you can be awesome, and we can grow this channel. And by the way, you guys can help us grow the channel by following us on X at NASholesPod and on TikTok at NASholes.podcast. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Spotify. And make sure you give us that 5 stars. And please leave comments. We love to hear what you guys think about NASCAR. We'll read the comments. We will read the comments on the freaking podcast because we're cool. And that's what we do. So anyways, before I get into everything, we got to talk about Hoist, okay? Hoist is a hydration drink. It's an IV level hydration drink. It is made in the USA. I do not have any with me right now. Neither does Drew.
How dare you guys?
And that's my fault. I did promise him some.
You're all going to blame Jeff for being empty-handed.
Yeah. So
come on, dude. New guy's supposed to... Bro!
Drew has water, which doesn't hydrate you as good as Hoist does, because Hoist, it literally hydrates you 3 times faster than the regular sports drinks. It has half the sugar of regular sports drinks, and it has literally everything you need, like scientifically, for your body. And if you guys want to go check,
by science.
It's literally backed. And Drew, you know us. We trust the science blindly.
We blindly trust the science always.
Yes. And so, if you guys want to find out about this delicious drink that hydrates you, I actually had the one the other day. I wasn't feeling very good. Had one. Well, I was just freaking better instantly. Go to drinkhoist.com. They have a store locator, so you can find out where they have it. And Jeff, you're gonna want to look at that later, see where it is. We're gonna need some for the pod. You're gonna have to rep it. I have to get some. I have to go buy some for Drew. I did promise him that I would send him some, and I never have, and I'm an asshole. But anyways, go check them out. Drew, disclaimer.
Hoist actually doesn't actually sponsor us in any way, shape, or form. They just give us free shit. We like free shit, and who doesn't like free shit? So
and it's cool, and we love their products.
Yes, please send us more free shit. We love your stuff, especially Ben. He literally tells everybody to drink it, like legit. He shamelessly plugs this.
Legitimately, I'm like, you're drinking Gatorade? Are you freaking stupid? Like, here, have some Hoist.
Dude, he hijacked Thanksgiving dinner and was like, guys, put away all the alcohol. Put in some Hoist. And he started handing out bottles of Hoist to everybody, and they were pissed because they're like, Ben, we're getting trashed on Thanksgiving. And you're like, we'll have this afterwards so that way you're rehydrated.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. But yeah, guys, go check it out. You're going to love it. And also, great thing about it is they support the military like 100% by giving to the military with all of their sales, I'm pretty sure. And you can also, if you are military or first responder, you actually get 10% off your order if you order through their site. So very cool. And if you sign up today on Hoist, you'll actually get 10% off your first order. Go check it out. Boys, we are here, getting pretty close to the start of 2026. However, today we are going to be previewing or recapping 2025. Was hell of a year. 2025 was for the NASCAR season, and honestly, I feel like it's still going on. There's still other things that are happening that are still the result of 2025, and we are in 2026. But today we're just going to go over our top moments, our favorite races, and just kind of highlighting some things that happened over the years. So, Drew, why don't you start and just give us a moment that you had? Oh, but
Man.
before that, Drew, sorry. I think it is only appropriate. As some of you guys may know, Greg Biffle and his family tragically passed away in
Peace be upon him.
yes, peace be upon him. Plane crash, and so I think we should just give a moment of silence for Greg and his family and all those affected. Alrighty, yeah, very sad. And I know Drew, you had a very, very deep adoration for Greg Biffle, and I mean, maybe if we want to start the episode talking about Biffle, I mean that's fine with me.
You know what? It was great seeing Biffle get the attention in the last year or so that I felt like he was deserved of. Because like for the last few years, I knew the guy was just like a goofball. Because like I'd seen his stuff on social media,
Right.
and like when him and Cletus McFarland clicked and like it launched him into the stratosphere, I was like, yes, finally, Biff's getting the recognition Biff deserves. And then he got stiffed by the fucking Hall of Fame the last few years, And
Yeah.
I was really upset about that. Though last year was like I can't be too upset because Harry Gant was going in, and we're kind of birthday twinsies, so And School Bandit's kind of one of my all-time favorite paint schemes, but I wasn't happy still that Biffle was not going in. I was still upset, and now that he's gonna have to be put in posthumously is it's just a damn shame.
It is, and
The
it
fact
really
that his
sucks,
wife and
Drew.
kids aren't gonna be there either it just sucks.
I mean,
The entire situation sucks, and it just breaks my heart thinking about it still.
I hate it for not only for those who love Greg. I mean this hurts the NASCAR community in a big way. But not only that, I mean he had a son and daughter that were on the plane with him and a wife, and there's obviously other the pilot and everything, and it's lives were lost, and it's never a good feeling. Especially when it's somebody that means something to you, and I know Drew, like he meant more to you than probably me because I'm very new to NASCAR, but I will say this, being a great racer, Biffle was an even better human, I would say. What he did for the people of North Carolina when the hurricane came through, and as you guys know, I live in South Carolina, so I knew about all this. I mean, literally the government was trying to tell him, no, you can't like do this, and he said, screw it, I'm going to help these people, and he dropped off supplies. He helped the people in North Carolina when our government failed us. And, you just can't say enough good things about him, really. I mean, like, again, more than a driver, I mean, he was a great human. And it sucks to lose somebody like that. And all we can do is try to carry on his legacy and try to be great humans as well.
I mean, McFarland's ending every video now with "Do It for Dale" and "Be Like Biff."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, good. I mean, be like Biff. I am debating about getting a meme portrait of Greg Biffle made up, kind of like the same one where it's Saint Keanu Reeves with the puppy. But I just want I don't know what I want him to be holding, but I just want like a glorious photo of Greg Biffle just being Greg Biffle. Maybe just like he's in his like 3M. Or maybe his Cheez-Its fire suit, and he's just got his hands held out or whatever. I don't know. I think it'd just be beautiful if it was like right behind me. This new Biff was always looking down upon me.
Jeff, do you have any Biff stories or things you want to say?
You got any stiffies for Biffy?
Be stiff for the Biff.
That's right. Yeah. Even when I'm flaccid, I will still be hard for Biffle.
Well, I'm always hard for Menard, but
well, I mean,
Greg.
Me too, man.
Isn't hard. For
Go Blaney, baby.
But that was just that was another tragedy. I mean, of course, I know people in NASCAR, but I know like some good friends that were in North Carolina, and like Biffle really helped like a lot of families near them, and it's tragic. I didn't like when I saw that, I was like, please don't be what I think it is, and unfortunately it was. My first reaction was like, get as much information, and like I think that's what we all do. We're like glued to our screens for like anything, and then
I know it was refreshing. Like every 2 minutes, I was like, "Come on, like please tell me something."
It was rough, and he was as you said, he was an even better person than he was like on the track, and he was having fun. Like, I feel like Biffle was more post his like Cup career. Like, he did so
Yeah,
much.
having
Like,
more
he was
fun.
having fun. He's just having fun, and that's what NASCAR is. It's meant to be fun. Like, that's what racing is. It's down to its core. It's fun. You're going in circles and you're going fast, and it's fun. I mean, you're smashing each other because one wheel isn't driving straight. You're just trying to turn left. It's beautiful. It's the greatest thing in America,
That's right.
and it's just such a tragedy because he was doing those couple starts a year in the 44, and then he was doing ARCA. For whatever reason, he chose to do ARCA, and that's really cool. And it was that drawn people to that. And when ARCA gets not a ton of views, but I mean it's racing, people are gonna watch it. But it's like people want to watch an old Cup legend race, and it's fun to watch. And now, unfortunately, we don't get to see that, and he will definitely be missed. And it's definitely something that's felt around the garage. It was a really rough December for NASCAR, just as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure, man, we could go on for the whole episode talking about Biffle. And I mean, that would be great too. But let's get into recapping 2025. And unfortunately, that happened in 2025, so that's definitely not on top moment. But Drew, I mean, let's start off with you. Like, what do you got? Let's start out with a top moment. Let's talk about it.
Well, if I'm gonna, well, since we're on the subject of ARCA, I think Cletus McFarland, given ARCA some, much deserved spotlight time, even though, you can make an argument that they don't really deserve the spotlight on them sometimes, seeing that ARCA brakes is literally just rear-ending the guy in front of you, you know?
Let's get more eyes on it now, though, maybe.
Yeah, and like not only that, but like he brings a massive following to the sport. And like it's not like really with like MLB, NFL, like all the really other big sports franchises, like you fuck it's just really hard to find somebody with that big of a following to get them into the sport. It's like when you
Right.
can with NASCAR,
I get what you're
because it's
saying.
so, yeah, and it's like it's kind of, you kind of have to, you have to be a motorsports fan to really like NASCAR, honestly.
It was like Tim Tebow going to the Mets. It was like, what?
Yeah,
But it
it's
was
like what,
like
but
it was like the big star power
yeah,
to the minor leagues. It was like,
not only
okay,
that,
this is cool.
and not only that, but the NASCAR, it not only went, instead of going and just trying to like distance themselves from him, they actually were kind of embracing him, which was great to see then too. Because they were probably like, this man can carry us into a new dawn, a new age. Let's not fuck this up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great seeing him, get involved in the sport, and now, the rumor is that he's probably going to be doing some truck starts next year.
That'd be cool.
Uh, that'd be
And
great.
I hope we get a healing moment for the sport where he wins it, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, that would be nice. That
That would
would
be
be
something
nice.
else, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, well.
Yeah. McFarland, though, yeah, just him. I guess him in general. I guess really for the sport this year, just a highlight in and of itself.
All right, Jeff, what do you got?
All right, so if we're doing in no particular order, I'll start off with a real banger here. I'll go with Steve Phelps leaving NASCAR. This is the greatest. When I saw that earlier this week, I
Wait,
went,
that happened. That happened.
praise.
That happened in 26, though. That didn't happen last year.
It's still part of this same season. Season's not over.
No, it definitely happened last year.
We do need to talk about it. We do need to talk about it. And I'll be honest with you, man. I think this was long overdue. I think it was a couple years too late because the sport, he has just made it look worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And it was time for somebody else to fill the role. I mean,
You
honestly.
can't say the unsayable things. You can't call Richard Childress a stupid redneck. You can dislike him all you want, but that man gave us.
And you can't say you're going to flog him either. I mean, shit, at least if you're going to.
You can't do that either. like, dude, what are you doing? And it's
What's
just
insane
like,
to think about is he had to go out of his way to say flogging, because
Yeah.
that's not a part of your vernacular.
No.
Like, he says that. He was like, man,
maybe he's into
I
it.
really,
I had to look it up. I had to look it up.
You didn't know?
Dude, I wasn't certain, but I thought it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
It was. You know, I was like, it is
I
the,
was like,
you know,
wait a minute. Is that what I think he's trying to say? And I looked at him like, that's bad.
Didn't used to do that to black people. That's not good.
And
And it's
so,
be white
like guys, this is, yeah, to me when I saw, it was almost like a relief, to
Yeah.
me. I'm
Well,
like,
yeah.
thank God, man. This guy's a
Well, the
clown.
problem is though. Well, okay, I don't want to derail you, but him leaving doesn't guarantee the sport's better off. We
That is
might
true.
get an even
You're
bigger.
absolutely right. We might get a
Yeah.
big dipshit who's probably worse.
Yeah.
So my whole solution, I could fix NASCAR very quickly. Everyone named Steve on the entire NASCAR payroll is fired. And even the little one, it cleans out the Steves. It cleans them out. And hear me out here. And then the France family either divest fully or they become silent partners because as much as which I know they're not going to do.
Well, that's actually quite the solution, Jeff,
They got those
because
two
they are
options.
part of the problem. The France family is
They
a
are.
big part of the problem.
I mean, they lost the trial because of the France family.
Well, yeah. So this whole thing, essentially, the firing stemmed from the trial with 2311 and
Yeah.
who was the other? Why can't I think of the other?
Front
Front
row.
row.
Front row.
You know, Jeff's team.
It
The
stemmed
one
from
everybody
all. It
thought was
stemmed from
involved
all
in this
that,
lawsuit.
and NASCAR just never, throughout the whole trial, from what I've read, they just came up with stupid things. Like they had no defense in it, and really, it shouldn't have dragged on as long as it did.
But NASCAR is very
It's almost
bullish, and they
impressive.
always have been.
Yeah,
Right.
it's almost impressive that they've dragged it out that long, honestly.
It's so NASCAR has a history of like, no, we're right, and it's kind of. I hate to say it like this, but it's the boomer mentality of it's like no, my way.
It's
And
always
like,
been this way, so we
down
gotta
on
keep it that way, son.
And it's exactly like why people are flaming Larry Mack because he's like, how dare they want to change our sport? It's like, yeah, dude, why don't you retire at this point? Like, I
Yeah.
respect him, but it's also like you need to get out of the way for some younger blood to get in here
Well,
because
the one that got me with Larry Mack was the fact that he was like, "How dare you two?" You know, and he was like, "You both have not been in the sport long enough to have this type of action." And I was
front
like,
row was in the sport
and I was like,
for
and I was like,
25
what?
years.
Yeah, and it was like, it's freaking Denny Hamlin's been in driving in Cup for over 20 years too. Like
It's
these guys
Well,
are.
and Denny did more for the sport in 1 year than most have done in 20.
Yeah,
And Larry
honestly,
Mack,
yeah.
you were a great crew chief, but I'm gonna tell you this: you didn't own a team. You're not looking at those bankrolls. You don't know like why are teams going under? Why are teams paying outrageous fees to go to these tracks? Why are
Right.
teams having to foot the bill because NASCAR said, "Hey, we're going to Mexico," and all these small teams are like, "Can we afford this? Like, we can't afford this." Like that was like they had to like triple their sponsor budgets. Like this, and they didn't consult the teams on it. They just went for it. And I get that we're trying to grow the sport here. I mean, I thought the Mexico race was super fun. Don't get me wrong, I thought it was awesome. But every NASCAR person, not every, most NASCAR people that were there, they were like, the environment was cool. We hated it. The traveling, the everything was awful.
They had
And
to
it was,
suck.
it was genuinely bad because I was talking to a crew member friend, and he was just like, dude, I wish I took this week off. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, it looked like fun, but it also looked miserable. And it was like, just with how big the track was, they had to like, you had to almost expand your staff. Like I knew some PR guy friends were freaking up and doing spotting. It's like, that's how like, and you try to like cost cut all these things to like be almost profitable, but no one made money in Mexico. Maybe Daniel Suarez did, but like that's it. Like Trackhouse was probably the only one that walked out of there with maybe a little bit of a profit, but it's
Yeah, and
it was not good for most of the field.
right. That actually leads me to that's a good segue for one of my top moments was Daniel Suarez winning the Xfinity Series in Mexico. I mean, that was just so cool, man. Like to
with the
win
backup car. With the
with
backup car.
the backup
That was
car.
cool.
But how
Matt
cool
Black.
is that? How cool is that? Like he races in Mexico, races in front of, his home crowd basically, and he wins it. And overall, I did like Mexico, and SVG dominated, and like he does with most. And I think it's cool that they're expanding, but like Jeff says, hopefully NASCAR now will kind of be more considerate of the teams. Like, hey, like, can we get a vote on this? Like, should we do this? Like, are you guys gonna be able to do this or whatever? And because ultimately, like, you know, the energy of these drivers and teams is gonna, you know, feed to the fans. We're gonna know if they hate this crap or not, and we don't need that. We want the drivers like loving it and wanting to be there and all of that. You know, that's one thing, but I thought Mexico was cool, and I was kind of like at first, but when you saw the actual race, I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, I thought the track was good.
Tons of passing, tons of bumping,
Oh
tons
yeah,
of everything that you want. And it's like, it was better than any F1 race ever.
Oh God, yeah.
But it's also like, I enjoy, like, I don't love road course racing, but I can enjoy the art of it because they are a lot better than me because I suck at turning right. Like, anytime I play a video game, I'm like, I want to turn left because I play NASCAR. Like, like I'm not a purist that says, oh, no road courses. I think they need to be a part of the schedule. I would also like to see dirt back on the schedule because I think Bristol dirt was a lot of fun because Bristol is only good one time a year, sadly.
yeah.
And it's heavily dependent on the tire now because whatever they did to that track within the last bunch of years destroyed one of the greatest places in NASCAR. And it's depressing as hell. And I love NASCAR to death, but you got to fix Bristol. If you fix Bristol and you fix your marquee tracks and make them race better, and I'm not saying they need to race perfect. There's going to be some suck-in races. That's part of racing. You're going to have a race where someone's going to dominate the whole race and lead the field by 3
Right,
laps.
that's racing.
It's going to happen. But if the majority, if 9 out of 10 times, hell, 8 out of 10 times, you're having a great race where it's coming down and you have some good battles, that's where you want to be. Because we don't want to be in this part where we're having out of 5 races, one of them's good. And that's a problem. And then you got to really look and say, okay, is it the car? Is it this? Like, what's the common denominator? And I think the teams are a little fed up with the car because of how expensive it is. I do think the car has provided some better racing on intermediate tracks, but on short tracks, it's really lacking. I'm hoping the engine can be better. It's hard when you do all this testing and then it doesn't work. And unfortunately, the casualty of this car wasn't a death, but it was Kurt Busch's career, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, it brought my team a win. Like, without the next gen car, Front Row wouldn't have won with McDowell at Indy. No way. It wouldn't have happened without it, because even the playing field. And that's one thing they did, but now the field is much less even because they've had time to develop the car. I mean, everyone's getting those 10th of a second, that the 100th of a second, that just makes them that little bit much faster. And it just, those little, where the field used to be like this, now it's a lot more spread. It's so much farther.
Yeah, the playing field, it's tough. Yeah. All right, Drew. Next moment.
Oh man, I guess another feel-good moment. I guess probably be Josh Berry winning at Vegas. It's just nice seeing an underdog, get a win like that, and not have it be like a fluke win either, where like the dudes in front of him all wrecked, and he just so happened to be the guy.
No, he was great in that race.
I mean, him and Suarez both put on a hell of a clinic that day.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say about Josh Berry is I was so unfortunate in the playoffs. He had to have had the biggest collapse in a playoff that you could ever possibly have.
McDowell did it.
That's true.
That 1 year. That's true. Trust me, I know. I lived it. That sucked.
I forgot about that.
I did forget about that, but I guess recency bias. I mean, like, to me, that was like the ultimate collapse. I mean, it literally just could not get better at all for him. Like, next race, you're like, okay, he can get back in it or whatever. And it's like, no, he can't. No, I mean, like, just problem after problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cruddy, but the win though was a nice moment, and honestly, I'm pretty excited to see what Wood Brothers can do this season with them, because now they've been with each other longer, they got a better feel for each other, so hopefully we can get a few dubs this year.
Yeah, and I do feel like Josh Berry is getting better. I mean, certainly he had a lot of moments over the year where he looked good for stretches of races where you're like, man, like he's really dominating right now, and then just couldn't kind of put the whole thing together. So hopefully, next year, kind of put more races together, like fully.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, what you got for your next one?
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's look at the list here. Let's go with the FRM 1-2. I think it was at it was that they Heim and Lane got together and Chandler went right by, and it kind of got overshadowed. But it was a 1-2 finish for front row. I forget what track. I don't think it was Gateway. It might have been Gateway.
I don't
But
remember.
it was it Darlington? I don't know. It was one of the tracks with red walls, and it was just awesome because it was like Darn Lane Ross. Wait, we got 1-2, and it was super cool because and people were like, oh, Lane's a dirty driver, and I'm like, it's the last lap 1 and 2. He didn't hit him. He
Yeah.
gave him plenty of room, and believe me, I cheer for Heim. I cheer for Lane. I'm like I like Tricon in front row. They got great people at both those organizations, but it's like it was super cool. It sucks that they're butting heads all the time, but it's also like it's super cool that they're competitive with each other. And getting that 1-2 is really nice as a fan because it's like, oh my gosh, the name isn't for show. We actually did the thing on the thing on the building. We did that.
We finally did.
We did the thing, and they did like a couple 1-2 polls as well. Like they started 1-2 a few times as well that year, which was really fun to see. And I was like, oh, cool. And it was like, oh, Lane got the pole. Wait, Chandler's starting P2. Wait, yo, and it just felt great because it's the team's come such a long way, and coming from the years where they really did suck. And I hate to say it like that, but like they just didn't have the money, they didn't have the sponsors, they didn't have anything, and to go where they are now and be, yeah, it's a lower series, but it's still, they're winning races. They're up front. They're developing drivers to be great drivers. It's awesome, and I love it.
Excellent. Well, for me, I'm gonna go with Ross Chastain winning the Coke 6 because of the way that he did it. You know, had a back car. His crew had to work overnight. Had to get there like they worked till 2 in the morning. Had to get back there at 5 in the morning, make some changes to the back. Because I believe he crashed in this, and then started in the back, worked his way up. I mean, just overall an amazing. Jeff, you may or may not know, me and Drew are very big Ross Chastain. And so we were just absolutely geeking over that. It was just, we just love the watermelon smash. It's just something awesome. Man, just what a freaking gutsy performance. Like, we're just watching the whole time, like, oh shit, he's moving up. Oh shit,
Let's talk about those cool clips of him post, like after his front stretch interview, but before he went to Victory Lane, where like he went up into the crowd and was like letting people eat watermelon with him, and then like that one guy on pit road stole his hat, like reached in the car, grabbed it, and he turned off his car and was like, "Hey, give me my fucking hat back," and it's like you can hear it.
Well, like, and then in the post race press conf, something he was like, I love. If even if I wasn't sponsored by Busch, I'd still be drinking.
Oh yeah, that's what he says all the time. But I don't know. I feel like if Coors Light sponsored him, you'd be drinking a lot of Coors Light.
Yeah, but no, that was funny, and that was definitely one of my favorite races. It's always cool when you see one of the drivers, but just the way to persevere and overcome all that. His whole team had to come through and just be perfect, and they were.
And you know what it really did a good job of? Helping us forget about freaking Kyle Larson's awful day that day.
Wow, you are right.
Nobody brings that up.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
In 2 races.
Both races were not good races for him. God damn, that sucked. 2 years in a row, man.
All right, number 3.
I guess number 3. I'll go with Chase Elliott winning Atlanta. Getting to see that little sick child. I'll get to see the car she designed win. It's pretty wholesome.
That was awesome, dude. That really, honestly, kind of brought tears.
Yeah, it was very, very nice.
It was a great race too.
It was a great race.
That was the race of the season, and I'm not a Chase Elliott fan by any means, but that was the race of the season. I mean, you get the whole field wrecking, and then they're battling every lap like it's the last lap. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, that second Atlanta race was pretty tight this year.
Oh, yeah.
That track is perfect right now. Don't change a damn thing.
Until they do.
At that point, it's just age.
They already changed the damn name of it.
Oh, that's right. It's Echo Park Speedway.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's Atlanta.
I'm not calling it that.
I refuse.
It's like when they changed.
Call it.
Drew, it's like when they changed Miller Park to American Family Field. Like, not.
Just ain't right. Just ain't right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna change it from the one that you guys were like, "Wow, that's not a top moment."
Okay, we're not. We're not.
So so I'm gonna change it up. This one's a little bit more personal. So I've known a crew member for most of when I went to a NASCAR race. I met Kenyatta Houston when I was a little kid. I was like 3 feet tall. I'm like, I'm a fan of David Gilliland, and he's like, cool. And he had a lot more hair back then. He had a
Cool.
lot more hair
That's
back
it.
then.
No
It was
hat,
him.
no hero card,
It was
nothing.
him and
First.
another.
That's nice.
It was him and another crew member that were really like instrumental in me meeting David Gilliland. But like we
What's
kept in contact with them throughout it. And then he went to Trackhouse, and he was also crewing on the 19 and then the 88 this past year. And it was really cool. And so it was actually his last season. He retired at the end of the season, and I was like, no, like it feels like a part of my childhood's gone, but it's also like really cool for him because he's finally getting to spend more time with family and do stuff like that. He's going to still be a content creator for Trackhouse, from what I know,
nice?
but it's like he's just one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet on pit road, and it's just I'm just happy for him and seeing that it was like him, like he threw his helmet like 30 feet in the air doing the last pit practice when he was done, and it was genuinely awesome. And I'm just like, this man is like the spirit of NASCAR. Like everything that you want a pit crew member to be, it's him.
Dare we get him on the pod, Jeff? Dare we get him on the pod?
I will shoot him a text and see if
We
I can
need-
do that.
We need our first insider on the show. You're gonna be our in guy now.
Okay, great.
We're gonna milk you for every ounce of your worth, boy.
All right.
Cool, dude. No, that'd be that genuinely though. That would be sick if you did convince him to come on though. That would be tight.
He's
That
less
would be
likely
tight.
than a couple other crew members that are younger that are like, sure, whatever. Bro's got a wife and kids.
What's the show called? NASholes. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
sure, whatever that
exactly what someone said.
Well, we know Austin Cindric and Ryan Blaney love the name. We know we got approval from 2 drivers.
Yes, I didn't. I didn't tell you this, Jeff. So I met Ryan Blaney and back in July from July. They came to Paris Island, where they were, and so it was like a private event actually. It wasn't advertised on NASCAR or the Penske website. It was for the military families because my wife's war. They were there, and like most of the people there, they don't know what the hell's going on. They just see the cars out there, and then they see everybody lining up to get autographs, and they're like, "Oh, let's go, what that?" And anyways, so I go up, and Drew, you need to hang this picture behind you so we can see it.
I really do. I keep meaning to take it off the wall and just like putting it near so I can always show it.
Yes. So anyways, Drew wanted me to print off a picture and get it signed for him. Get Austin Cindric to sign it. It's the one where he has the hat that says "I love." So
Yeah, and he's got that caterpillar mustache.
So I go up in Cindric and Blaney there, and so this is actually you know what? This is going to be my next top moment is meeting Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric. So I'm a huge Ryan Blaney fan. So anyways, I get the opportunity to meet him. Drew loves Cindric. Understandably, he's got a great personality. And so he tells me to print off that picture. I print off the picture. I give it. Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, I have a podcast called NASholes, and they're like, oh, what? They're like, that's cool. I'm like, yeah, my he really loves you, Austin. And if you could just write to my favorite Drew, and he actually did it. He goes, is it holes? And, yep. And so he drew that.
I sent the photo of it to the group chat, Jeff.
Yeah, you'll have to see it later. Blaney actually was like, he's like, so what do you guys talk about?
Oh, that's amazing.
We just talk about NASCAR. And
that's my favorite thing too. He hits you with, "What do you talk about?" If I was there, I straight up would have been like, "Oh, philosophy, deep thinking." Works of Carl Jung too. We talk a lot about Carl Jung, sometimes Sigmund Freud, but we predominantly talk philosophy mostly though.
Yeah, so
once NASCAR comes up.
Yeah, but so I tell him, I was like, yeah, we just talk about NASCAR like every, after the races, like we talk about what happened over the weekend. He's like, that's really cool, man. We'll have to check it out. Knowing damn well he ain't gonna check it out.
Yo, how hilarious would it be
Well,
though
maybe
if
he
all
did.
the
Maybe.
NASCAR drivers were just mock listening to our show though? They're like, "Did you see these freaking idiots, NASholes?" They're like, "What a stupid name."
Imagine Blaney. They're in the like before the team meeting. Like, hey,
I
see
think
what
this
these
guy had
NASholes guys said
special
about us?
needs.
Check this out.
Bulletin board material.
And then you just be like, I think we got to subscribe. No,
Hell
but
yeah.
that
Guys,
was one of
I'm
my
not
top
Ryan
moments.
Blaney.
Got my Blaney die. Drew got that. That was honestly one of my top. That might be the top moment for me. And honestly, after that, dude, I want to take advantage of any opportunity I can get to meet NASCAR drivers because they are so cool, man. Like literally like
Normal
the
dudes.
most down to earth people. Like they took their time with everybody. Like if you wanted to ask them questions or whatever, like they would. I mean, like they were there, man. It's just so cool. You know, you see these guys on TV every week, and like you just meet them, and they're just like normal guys. Just like, hey.
Yeah,
when I
literally.
met Chase Elliott, it was very surreal because
Oh yeah,
people I like usually like are historical figures that are dead. So seldom do I actually get a chance to meet someone I enjoy. And what was really great is I actually had a very important surgery planned the day before he was supposed to come up to my town for the Napa Auto appearance that he was making. So I dead ass called my doctor's office and was like, "Yo, I just had something come up last minute. We got to push this back a couple weeks." So I straight up pushed back a surgery just so I can meet Chase Elliott, and then I made sure to tell him that too. I was like, "I just want you to know, I wanted to meet you so bad, I delayed a surgery to meet you." And he was like, "Gee, I hope it wasn't anything like life saving." And I was like, "Nah, it's fine. Don't worry, it's fine. You can wait a couple
Nah,
weeks.
it's only another lung.
It's
Something
okay.
crazy
It's
like
just
that.
surgery.
No,
Hey, don't worry.
Yeah,
It's
but I
just
got to meet
it's
you.
just a bariatric sleeve for my stomach so I can stop overeating and stop being a fatty. You know?
imagine if you were like, yeah, no, like I might actually die now, but you know, at least I have this as a moment to remember.
Worth it. Now I know the photo that will be blowing up right next to my casket when I die. Be me next to you, Chase Elliott.
Drew, was
That's
that
the one
2
we're
years
using.
ago? Was that 2 years ago or this last year? I don't remember.
2 years. 2 years.
Yeah, 2 ago. Yeah.
Yep. So Jeff, it's been an unofficial thing now where once a year we get NASCAR driver interaction. So you better step fuck up, buddy. You come in here throwing front row friendships around.
Well, I mean, last time I was at the track, I was at Homestead, and we're walking down. We walk down to the hauler. I'm literally like walking by, and I see Harrison Burton. I'm like, "Oh, Harrison, can I just get a quick selfie?" I'm like, "I'm going to see your best friend." He's like, "Todd." I'm like, "Yep." And I'm like, "Good luck today." And then I go there and I walk up to the thing, and Todd bursts out of the hauler. He's like, "Jeff!" And I'm like, "Hi, Todd." Like, dude's actually.
Dude, that's so cool, man. He knows you, bro.
He knows who I am more than I know him.
And the fan's like, "Oh, what's up, dude?"
I'm like, "Hi, Todd."
He's just like, "Jeff, how have you been, dude?" And you're like, "Nah, I've been all right, dude."
No, literally, he's like, "It's our yearly visit." Like, he's so excited. He's like a little kid.
Well, next time you see Todd, you'd be like, if he asks you how you're doing, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm doing good. I'm on a new NASCAR podcast now."
We need to get a NASHoles shirt made up for Jeff, and then have him get a photo with Todd Gilliland with the NASHoles logo on it.
I'd be concerned that
I'm gonna get shirts for you guys, and I'm gonna get a couple for Jeff. And Jeff, you gotta give.
Oh my God!
I'll send it to some NASCAR people and see what they say.
All right, Jeff. What are your ties to Noah Gragson? Do you have any Noah Gragson ties that we might be able to use? Do you think if we tempt him with he'll come on the pod?
No.
We just leave a trail
really
of
funny
Zyn
I hated Noah Gragson before he went to front row. I hated Noah because he wrecked Todd Gilliland, and I never forgave him. I just never did. And then now that he's on front row and Todd's forgiven him, I'm like, fine, we're even now. But my connection to Noah is knowing Todd's PR guy, and then that PR guy knowing that.
Yo, just start a game of telephone with us. Just, look,
no.
One of them is definitely special needs. The other one's in a wheelchair. They would really love it if you could get Noah Gragson on though.
Just for 5 minutes.
Just like a quick little like, dude, he could be taking a morning shit and be like, "Oh, what's up, dudes?" And you could just hear the sound of like a muffled
knowing
Noah,
he would do that,
you know, and be like, "Sup, dudes?" And I'd be like, "Noah, hi.
How's your shit going? I love you."
You just double ply? How you do? You have so much money.
So cute.
I just start going
No. When he's doing it, you gotta say, make sure you wipe your asshole.
Oh, trust me, it's clean. You know what? Screw it. I was talking about Noah Gregson. Who's that little fat kid going around? Chungus, dude.
Rizzler?
Like,
I know who you're talking about, but
yeah,
yeah.
dude, that little fat kid.
The
It's
The
so
Rizzler?
him and Noah
Rizzler. That's
Gregson
what it is. The
on
Rizzler.
like FS1. The Rizzler. That's who it is. Yeah, the Rizzler, dude. Just watching them both hit the Riz on like FS1 was so stupid and funny to me. It was just great. Yeah.
Noah gives zero shits, and it's the funniest shit
Oh my
because
God,
Noah
yes.
just is in this for the vibes. Dude's in Antarctica right now, and he's giving zero shits. He's just like, "Hi, I'm in Antarctica," and I'm like, "What?"
Dude, yeah, I saw that he was down there.
Every one of his
And,
posts on his story are nuts. It's just like every one of them, he looks like he's either Tucker Carlson or he's taking a shit, or he's Tucker Carlson taking a shit.
dude, Noah's just a dog. I used to love Noah down in Xfinity too when he'd win and he'd throw up before he got out of the car.
Yeah,
You know, like so. Oh yeah, Ben.
Really?
This was prior to this was pre Ben watching NASCAR days. But back when Noah Gregson raced for JRM and he was like winning a good amount, he used to always get like sick to his stomach before the win because he
Really?
was worried something would happen. Yeah, so his nerves would be so bad he'd actually throw up before he'd get out of the car. And one year, I think it was 21, he won Bristol. And it's my favorite thing because it never gets any coverage. But if you go to my personal Instagram page, you can see it. He
I'm gonna
shoots
do
out of
that
the
after
roof.
this.
He shoots out of the roof lid, and all you see is just brown stain on white fire suit.
there's a reason he doesn't. Well, actually, no, that's wrong. He does have white fire suits now.
Yeah, but and I think it was a special one off for Bass Pro that he was having or something. I don't know, but I just remember the puke stain being very visible. And then on like the Dale Jr. download, a couple days later, he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have a talk with him about that. You know, he's gonna have to try and get that under control because he's doing it every win, I guess, just blowing chunks,
Oh
which is
God,
insane.
man.
Dude, it's insane.
So your moment is no.
Yeah, just Noah Gregson with the Rizzler. That was just really funny. Yeah,
Yeah, that was funny.
That was
yeah,
that was an all timer.
So let's go with what are we on? So obviously the lawsuit. I don't know. I feel like that one's pretty important. That's a top moment.
the right people
NASCAR getting
won.
clapped.
Yeah, the right people won for once in NASCAR, which is great. You know,
Yeah.
the right.
Well,
Very
nobody
good.
won. It's a settlement. Yeah, when the biggest sponsor in the sport comes out and says the France family needs to to fire people, yeah, I think we know which team won.
I didn't know that came down from a major sponsor.
That was Johnny Morris is the CEO of Bass Pro.
I love Johnny Morris even more now, man. I love that
Bro,
guy
it
so
is
much.
nuts, dude.
What a savior.
When sponsors get involved, shit changes very quickly.
Yeah.
And
We need
that
this to
was,
happen
and
more
then
often.
the settlement came the next day. Yeah. I mean, when you have such a terrible testimony from frickin' the France family, whoever their person was, like I don't even care. It was so bad. And people were like, yeah, that was bad. And when people are like, yeah, Bob Jenkins looked good. Denny was like kind of just talking. I don't know how Denny's testimony really went. I mean, when you have someone as prolific as Michael Jordan on the stand and you get ESPN covering this, it's not a good look for NASCAR. And everything
No,
that came
definitely
out
not.
about it just was so much bad PR for NASCAR. And the only people that saw the teams as the villains were the older fans that have probably already stopped watching.
Right.
And there's a very small portion of fans that wanted 2311 and Front Row to lose. You know, those fans hate Bubba for a certain reason. And you know, if you just like Bubba for his driving style or his personality, like
that's it.
But you know, I think, I mean, honestly, Bubba had a career year. But it's ridiculous with all the crap because it's like, oh, they were cheating Yoder. It's like, shut up. It's a freaking symbol on the car. They do more funding in this sport than one fan would ever give.
Right.
I'm sorry, but Toyota is a huge part of this sport. They're a third of this NASCAR pie. I mean, yes, we have Dodge coming back, but they're not fully back. They're like an eighth. And then you have Chevy's a big part, Ford's a big part, and Toyota's a big part. But it's like, really can't be just hating Toyota because they're foreign. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, but who cares at this point? And like,
yeah, they've been in the
they
sport
have
for
American
over 20
drivers.
years. I mean, they've been in the sport for over 20 years. They entered the sport in like what, 2002, 2003, down the Truck Series, you know, and then they just worked their way up, you know, and it's like, I don't know. Like when I was younger, I'm not gonna lie, I was totally like anti Yoder. Like I
What
hated the
didn't
fact that
help was
Toyota
Michael
came in.
Waltrip.
Yeah, because it was like I was like, oh, we don't need no dang foreign manufacturers in this sport. It's America, damn it.
Well, what didn't
But
help was Michael Waltrip and his jet fuel. That didn't help.
that as well.
I remember
That as
that
well.
vividly. That was, and I
Michael Waltrip
remember
racing
like
in general, just
coming home from school, my dad being like, "Hey, so you know the 55 car?" I'm like, "Yeah, what about it?" And he went, "Yeah, they use jet fuel." And I went, "What?"
I'd never heard about that.
oh yeah,
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 no,
no.
look up the Michael Waltrip and jet fuel. I feel like I'm leading you down like a really awkward trade, but it's like no,
You're
it's like
gonna look
really
at Michael
fucking
Waltrip a
crazy.
little differently. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. I
and
Oh
still love
boy.
I
Michael
also
Waltrip.
think he needs to retire.
I love Michael Waltrip, but MWR was yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
yeah.
It was good till it wasn't. It was just look up the entire story of Michael Waltrip racing.
There's a reason Truex left.
And I don't think it was his own. And I'll leave it at that. Let you do the rest.
Yeah, that's a late night YouTube binge for you, buddy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
your home.
so that's a great moment to highlight, Jeff, because I mean it literally has changed the sport pretty much.
We have permanent charters. We have permanent charters.
And
That means they went up from 40 to 80 million at least in the middle of the night when that was signed.
right.
Insane amount of money. So
Mhm.
you have a 3 charter team. That's 24. That's 240 million dollars. Where if you were to say, "Hey, I want to sell my stuff," it's 240 million dollars. Where when you used to walk away from the sport, you get nothing. You're like, "Hey, thanks for coming," and it's like you get
Bro,
maybe the doors. It's now you get something, and now you have equity. People can invest in it. People can make money, and it's a business. And that's what these teams have wanted. They just want to make money because at the end of the day, NASCAR is a business.
right,
And
and
the
it
teams are
has to
business.
be advantageous for the teams to make money in order to want to keep racing, and that keeps the sport going.
I mean, there's only so much love you can give before you have to leave. How many teams left in the last bunch of years? I mean, not all of them were great, but some of them were. Some of them were really good, and they were like, "No, we're out."
Or
I mean,
some of them
24
could have been, but they were held back because NASCAR was, they were.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, Front Row Motorsports is kind of like the big one to me that really is kind of like a red flag story because they went under the year at like the year they were defending their championship was their last year. Like they're going
mhm,
under. This is the
Furniture
championship
Row,
winning
yeah.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, Furniture Row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't know how legitimate this is, but I heard that there was some Joe Gibbs finagling going on behind the scenes. I don't know how true that is. Personally, I don't really see it as a shock because, like, honestly, the direction of the sport at that time it wasn't on the incline. It was getting to be, getting a little rough for the sport. I'll say that.
yeah. Well, my number 4 moment, I guess. I guess we want to go around. I'm gonna go with Denny Hamlin getting his 60th win at Las Vegas, .400. Just an emotional win. His dad in poor health. We are thinking and praying for the Hamlin family, which really, brings, the whole losing that championship thing kind of like, it just makes it worse because, I wanted Hamlin to win that so badly just for his dad, and they lost. But getting that 60th win was obviously him. He was emotional. It made me emotional. And Danny Hamlin's really grown on me this past year. I'm listening to his podcast and, he just does so much for the sport and he helps me, for the sport. So anytime I can get kind of more insider information, it helps. But yeah, Denny winning that, and it was just amazing. Like towards the end of the race, and he even said, "I didn't even think we'd win." And just kept going, and there we were. And so I thought that was an amazing victory for Denny, and it puts him top 10 all time wins. So
I mean, Denny's the first ballot Hall of Famer. No question about it.
I don't disagree.
When he takes off the fire suit for the last time and for being a full-time driver, he's gonna be in that Hall of Fame.
And that's crazy to think because he's kind of last of the old west if you think about it.
It's him,
Kyle Busch,
Bush.
Keselowski, and Bush.
Keselowski. Yeah,
Those are the last ones.
those
And
are the tenured veterans now. That's weird to think
it's
about.
NASCAR. I mean, but that's always been NASCAR. I mean, that's every sport. I mean, Tom Brady retired in football. It's like that's a big change for. I mean, we have the new guard in now. We have Mahomes, Josh Allen, all the things, and now we got the new stars of. I mean, when you saw Hendrick, it's no longer the same Hendrick that it was all those years ago with Casey Kane, Earnhardt, Johnson, and Gordon. I mean, yes, Gordon's still part of the team, but he's in a vice president role, and then Johnson now owns the team, and it's like sports change, and it sucks when your favorite driver retires. There's two things you do: you either stop watching or you find another driver, and sometimes that takes time. I mean, I was lucky where I like when David stopped driving, I would still had Reagan to root for. Like David Gilliland stopped driving, I still had David Reagan to root for, and I was still rooting for Front Row Motorsports. And then eventually Reagan retired, and then Todd started racing in trucks, and I was like, okay, I can still root for this. And so it was still there was still something, but not everyone has that, and it's hard when because I know a lot of Harvick fans like they just left, like they have nothing. So you're waiting for Keelan at this point.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll come back, but it's difficult when you don't know where your fans are going to go. And because a lot of people are driver fans, manufacturer fans, or team fans. Like it boils down to those three.
Yeah, I will say though, like distinct manufacturer loyalty is kind of a rarity to find among NASCAR fans because
Not the older fans.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's usually
listen
like
to NASCAR radio for 5 minutes, bro. 5 minutes, you'll learn.
Yeah, it's crazy though because it's seldom you really meet like a guy that's like I'm bow tie do or die.
There are people like that. There are people like that.
Yeah, but it seems to be the older people though. Yeah,
it is. It's
very
very
much
much
a
the
whole lot
older
of younger
fans.
fans like that.
Right,
I mean, I know one or two younger fans like that, but it's very rare. I mean, me, like I'm driver and team. Like I could give less of a crap about the manufacturer if Front Row was to switch to Chevy next week, which they're not going to do. Breaking news. But
I'm going to
like
Dodge for 27.
Yeah.
Damn, Jeff,
like
you broke the
I would
news,
root for. I would still root for them. I wouldn't stop rooting for them because they think they could run freaking Hyundai. I mean, I hate Hyundai. Don't get me wrong. My car fucking died, but it hung until it died. But God, I would still root for them. Like I don't care. Like I root for the driver and the team. Like I'm gonna root for Front Row.
That's what it's about.
They leave.
Yeah. It's
and
crazy
teams come and go as well, unfortunately, and that's just part of. It's not like football where you have your 32 teams and they stay. I mean, yeah, teams move around. Like the Rams have moved around. Like that's kind of similar, but it's still the Rams.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Chip Ganassi fan, you watch Indy now. You have nothing, or you kind of follow Trackhouse
as well.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know Penske races IMSA. Like Jesus Christ,
Penske does everything.
Just about.
They do rental trucks. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they even how about that? Do you think they use Penske moving trucks to move their cars around each weekend?
No, they use haulers.
That would be the ultimate cost saving move right there, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly,
think about that.
Genius.
Oh yeah, NASCAR wants to fuck us. All right, fine. Oh, fuck NASCAR.
All right, Drew, what's your final top?
Oh, man, final top 5 moments.
Number 1 or number? I don't know. However you.
I don't know.
We were,
yeah, I guess highlight of the year.
Oh, I know which one you should say because you over it. I'm surprised you haven't said it.
Well, I think I'm going to say it right now. So I was going to say I'm going through the list of shit I enjoyed. I think AJ Allmendinger, motherfucking ECR.
That's not
on TV. That was great. Because honestly,
that's not what I was thinking of, but
yeah, no.
I was thinking you were going to say Kligerman winning
and not getting any credit.
Well, they took that win away from him.
Yeah, they did.
No, well, whatever. It was still cool.
Wait,
both
wins. Are you talking about the spring or the fall?
I believe it was spring.
Oh, when he won in Xfinity?
Yeah.
Oh, that was another cool moment.
I remember you sent me a voice note. You were crying. You were literally crying. You're like,
yeah, and then then I found out it didn't count towards a win for Parker Kligerman.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, come on.
No, but dude, Allmendinger MFing ECR. He's like, you're such a
Fucking
piece of shit,
ECR is-
ECR.
And then Austin Dillon on the door bumper cleared the next day, and he was like, yeah, he went a little hard on us. I don't say we've had that bad of vengeance, but
Yeah.
trying to do PR.
All right.
Okay, my last moment is probably the top moment of the year for Truck Series was Heim just fucking sending it 6 wide to win the championship. That was cool. I mean, as much as I wanted Lane to win the owners championship, it just wasn't meant to be because people don't know how to drive. Unfortunately, gotta love NASCAR's licensing program. It's like, hey, you want to spend $10,000 and you want to be a NASCAR driver? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then you can be a NASCAR driver because you can drive in a straight line at Daytona. That's actually how it is. It's sad.
The bar's really low. We should probably fix that.
The bar's really low. I should go race.
That's right. Quit your job, Jeff. Chase your dreams.
Yep, I'm gonna
chase your dreams.
I'm gonna go do that,
dude. Maybe
I'm gonna go race ARCA for the next 20 years. And
yeah, I was gonna say maybe
wins.
front row will field you an ARCA car, and you can just become the battle hardened ARCA veteran who just helps form the new drivers for front row.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like Austin Hill and wreck all of them.
Right, there you go. Make sure you mention, hey,
but
my new co-host Drew had an amazing idea. You're gonna pay me to race your stuff.
No, but I really think like Heim just like he fucking sent it, and he's like, where there's gap car, and he just sent it, and it was awesome.
It was pretty sweet.
I mean, he won that championship on pure balls alone.
Yeah, dude. Tough for me to come. I want to just say the in-season challenge in unpopular, but I really
the wrong tie won.
wrong
tie won.
I like the in-season challenge. I thought it added excitement, especially fans like myself. Because it's just like, man, dude, like there's like money on the line, and like there's these brackets, and like you get to fill them out, and like everyone's crazy because
$1 million is way too little nowadays. I think the All-Star race should be 10 million, and they should just.
Oh God, yeah.
Dude, 100%.
Really show over 10 million.
100%, dude. But dude, what you were seeing is. But everyone was trying to say like they were like, a lot of people were trying to say, well, like no, drivers don't really give a shit about this. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's $1 million. Like, and then like you come to find out, like they actually did kind of care about it. I mean, obviously, like they're gonna go about it like any other race, but like when they know, like Ty, dude, he was an example. Like he showed that like he wanted it, man. Like he passed Bowman or whatever at Sonoma. Was it past him? Like he
passed out.
He's like, I'm
fucking moved him.
Money, boy. Like, so I just thought that added some kind of excitement in the middle of the season, kind of where like Drew where it get boring. It really added something to the season. I mean, I think they should keep going with it, and should probably.
I loved the first race being at Atlanta. I thought it was hilarious because what happens in the first week of March Madness? Everyone's fucking bracket gets busted.
That's right.
Mine because I'm great. No, but I've watched maybe 3 minutes of college basketball this year, and they've all been highlights.
Of my 3 more minutes than I have my entire life.
But really, I loved it. Honest and truly, I loved it. I wish Ty Gibbs didn't win. That sucked. No one likes Ty Gibbs. I think he's only has a ride right now. I think he deserved his cup ride at the time because he was winning a lot. He won a championship. Okay, what have you done for me lately? Nothing. Okay.
He had a couple bright moments, but yeah, no, I agree with you there.
He did race a little bit better this year. And I feel like he was held back, especially that one race that Hamlin won.
Yeah.
And they kind of told him, hey, like hold up, which I thought was bullshit. But
yeah.
I look at it like this: if you're in a Hendrick, Penske, or Joe Gibbs car, you better win at least one race a year. If you don't, you should be out of a race.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I would say this if it was my favorite driver. If Tom Gilliland was in a Penske ride, if he was in the number 2 and he didn't win, and it was his and it's like I don't count first year on the team because that's a big adjustment. Fine, first year you get a pass. Second year, if you're not winning a race, what are you doing? Like And unless every race you were wrecked by someone else like Hocevar. if you were wrecked by Hocevar every race, you have no excuse. I'm sorry. You need to win. And
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs had chances and did not execute. You can lead this down to either crew chief or stuff, but I think the onus is on the driver. It is who is in the driver's seat. That is a big part of it. Yes, you got to have people around you, but Joe Gibbs, they have tons of money. They have tons of They have some of the best people in the garage. And you're telling me that this kid that won an Xfinity championship can't win?
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Yeah, and especially when you bring in talk about, and I almost wanted to take this as my last moment, but I wanted to mention the in-season challenges. Chase Briscoe's season. He goes over to Gibbs, and look at this guy thriving, man. And he was awesome, man. And I'm very partial to Briscoe because the first NASCAR race I ever went to, Southern 500, he won, and so soft spot in my heart for him, and low key root for him, you know, like. But the difference, I mean, you know, like, I don't know how Gibbs can't thrive. I just don't, I don't, and they're really bad, or Gibbs is just in the ride. They don't really, you know, try to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's really only in that cup seat, I think, right now because of his last name. I really think he should have stayed in Xfinity, you know, but I think he should have been down in Xfinity for another year or two, honestly.
Maybe.
And, you know, it's tragic what happened to his father. Part of me thinks that's part of it, and there's nothing that can fill that void of losing your father. And I definitely feel awful for him in all the ways, because I could never imagine that you're at your highest moment and then crashing down, and that's awful. But I just can't. Ty needs to perform this year, I think. And
yeah.
I want him. For the sake of the sport, I want him to do better, because he's in a top 10 ride he should be finishing top 5, top 10 every race without fail, unless you have something catastrophically go wrong. But you gotta at least win. If he needs to win a race next season to prove, okay, I belong here in Cup. Because if he doesn't, everyone's just gonna get louder and louder and louder saying, get this guy out of Cup, it's just a name merchant, it's all that stuff. And yeah, NASCAR's a family sport. I mean, I'm fans of my favorite driver's kid. Like, nepotism is a big thing in this sport. It's your name. You either have a name or a sponsor. If you don't have either of them, you're not getting anywhere. It's very rare that you get anything in the sport without either a name or a sponsor. Typically, you need at least both.
Or daddy's pocketbook.
Well, that's a sponsor. Someone's name is on the car, and it might be your dad's.
Yeah, it's your dad. It just says daddy on the back quarter panel.
Yeah, right. We already had the Kim Kardashian car, all right? Don't even think about that car.
Oh, God.
Why'd you remind me of that, man? Put a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, right. It's like thinking about Danica Patrick, the worst NASCAR driver ever, up there with Corey LaJoie.
I mean, best looking driver, don't get me wrong.
Bro, I'd rather look at Blaney in the frickin' Princess Leia thing. That was...
Well, I mean, who wouldn't want to see Brian Blaney showing a little skin of slave?
Yeah, come on.
Dude, you get to see his furry chest and his Star Wars tattoos that no one ever gets to see.
Pause.
You're getting Ben too excited, Drew.
Well,
I'm gonna think of you tonight, Ryan.
Moments. And now I kind of want to maybe highlight some other things, like what was your
Atlanta?
It's a tough one.
Atlanta too.
Tough race.
It was a good one.
I mean, that might be best finish more so than anything. The race was necessarily the greatest, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and that was believable with Chase Elliott. I mean, that finish gave me goosebumps, and no finish has ever given me goosebumps, really. But that one was just like, man, seeing Chase Elliott win like that, I mean, it was absolutely amazing.
That was just a complete failure by Toyota.
Oh yeah, because because Hamlin.
I was like, what are we doing?
Because Bubba and each other, and when literally they could have just got the win, like one of them even
for idiots
for 23-11.
Idiots.
But that's the chaos of the playoffs, so I guess.
Yeah, it's Hamlin's racing for himself, and he made that evidently clear. He said, "I want to win for myself. and he's
Yeah,
a
he
driver
said
in the
for
car who's
himself
putting
and
over
then
me.
for his team next. Like he did say that, and he said do anything.
I
Well,
disagree personally because I'm
I
always a
disagree as
team
well.
first person. But you know what? I get it. I get it from his standpoint because he's contracted to Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs is not obligated to help Bubba Wallace. Yes,
That's
Denny
right.
Hamlin owns Bubba Wallace's contract. Doesn't mean anything when he's racing because you can't have that conflict of interest there, and we have the 100% rule for a reason. You got to give it your all, and you can't just let up because I got to let Bubba win this one.
well,
It'll help me more.
I think the big thing is a lot of people are comparing Denny Hamlin to Dale Earnhardt because when Dale Earnhardt, like the last few years of his career, he was racing against his own cars, and he was usually giving them kind of like a pass here and there. Well, I mean, shit, think of the race where he died. Like he was making sure like Michael Waltrip and Dale Jr. finished 1-2, and then he tragically died the way he did. But I mean, like he was like Dale
Yeah.
Earnhardt was at the point in his career where he's like, if I get a win, cool, but like these guys need it more than me. And that's an awesome mindset to have. But the problem is you can't compare Denny Hamlin to Dale Earnhardt.
It was a
in the
different
same.
part of the career.
Yeah, yeah, like Hamlin's still like, in his prime.
Hamlin's
Whereas
still looking
Earnhardt
for his
was kind
championship.
of, I mean, yeah, and Earnhardt, granted, you could make the argument he went out at 49, but he did finish just behind Bobby Labonte for that championship in 2000. So you could make the argument that he was also in his prime. But yeah, no, like a lot of people just think because Dale Senior raced his cars like that, owner drivers, with the same type of situation where you race for one team but you own a different race team that races the same series.
Yeah.
It's I
Yeah.
don't know. That's something I've noticed over the years. So
Yeah.
For me, I get it, and I can disagree with it, but I get it from his standpoint. I mean, personally, I'm always someone that like I would push my teammate to a win. I mean, if I have a chance to win, sure, I'm going to take it, but I'm not going to sacrifice my team's win over my own selfishness.
Right.
I have a team first mentality, but
Exactly.
that's just me. Denny Hamlin wants to win. Denny Hamlin wants a championship more than he cares about winning one as an owner. He wants to win one as a driver. He'll have plenty of time to win one as an owner, and once he retires from driving, because I sure as hell believe that if Reddick is still there, he's going to get it. Reddick's going to be a NASCAR champion one day. I mean, there's so many drivers that have the capability of being a champion that just some situations just need to align. And it
Right.
takes
A lot
some
of luck
things
involved. A lot of things have to go.
and you got to
But
make your own luck.
yep. Yep.
Atlanta too.
Yeah.
That was
I love anytime we're at Atlanta. I'm just so freaking.
that was electric. I wish Saint Smith won it, but
fair.
it was right. But it's also like, I mean, I think that would have been a great story. But Elliott winning, and I'm not an Elliott fan, but him winning in front of his home crowd, that's cool.
Very cool.
And after that great race, I couldn't even be upset that Elliott won. Because normally I'm like, oh, gosh, Chase Elliott won out. What a waste of a day. But it was like, no, that was a fun race. Like my hatred for Elliott's very high. I'm like, William
Jeez.
Clyde does not fly in this house. I don't hate him. I don't hate anyone besides Hocevar. Actually, I like Hocevar off the track. I think he's hilarious off the track. On the track, I think he's a douchebag.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He drives like I do when I play NASCAR 25. It's like, what are we doing? It's like you just run into people. It's like that's not how you race. We're not in a video game, bro.
Yeah, dude, this isn't NASCAR 25. Stop racing like I do. Be the professional.
Right?
Yes.
But you're the one being paid to be here.
Yes.
Well, I'm trying to think, guys. I'm trying to think of some other.
So let's talk about just Amazon Prime's coverage in general.
Oh
Fucking
yeah.
immaculate.
So Amazon
Yeah.
Prime,
And they covered
got
the whole
some
season.
races this year. After about no, not even one full race, about halfway into it, we were like, "This is
Relax.
awesome," and we.
Yeah.
I mean, they were incredible.
Take a long walk off a short pier, dude. Because if you think about it, it's going to put NASCAR on a massive platform. The coverage was phenomenal. It had Dale Jr. So I mean, it just was perfect in my
They need the whole season.
Yeah.
I know the
mean,
problem is it's not going to until 2029 probably. Like if and even
Buyout
then, these networks are paying so much money to stay in the sport and get the coverage. But I just thought, from a standpoint of a newer fan, they did such a good job pre-race of explaining the track, like how it is, and how certain things and
Right, with puppets. With puppets. They
with
did it
the
with
puppets.
puppets
Yeah,
at the
I love
bar.
Muppets. I love
Puppets are
Muppets.
great. We're dumb people. Puppets speak to dumb people. You know?
yeah.
Great.
No, dude,
We're
I
gonna
love the
Yeah,
Amazon, dude, and I
do that.
cannot wait to see the Amazon. Well, I don't know. I can't. I know they released the schedule, but I don't remember which races are going to be on Amazon this year for
they're
that.
my favorite
Or
part of the schedule.
we should also mention too the Earnhardt documentary on Amazon Prime.
Oh, great.
Tearjerker. God,
Tearjerker, great.
dang, dude, like probably the best documentary on Dale Earnhardt ever. And I'm not saying that just because I'm writing Amazon's dick right now. I'm saying that as like a genuine Dale Earnhardt fan.
You can tell that they cared and they saw everything. They looked at Fox and went, they're doing everything wrong. What if we went and did everything right?
Yeah,
It can't be that hard.
Yeah.
and then they did it.
And then they did
Bro,
it.
Fox is like I genuinely if I meet an Amazon executive, I'm going to get on my hands and knees and go, please, please buy out Fox's portion, please,
For the love
because
of God,
it is so
I'll
bad.
take NBC. I'll take NBC.
I'll take anyone.
Well, Lee Diffie,
I love Lee Diffie.
Oh, Lee Diffie's great. I do have an unpopular opinion, though. I do kind of enjoy Clint Boyer as a broadcaster.
I like him too.
I don't mind.
I like Fox's booth.
Yeah, I was gonna say I should back up my statement. I love the Fox booth, but the everything else Fox
coverage
kind of just
the
they're kind of
coverage
shit
is
in the
shit.
bed.
Well, yeah, it's because when you're like, it's just like, why are we focusing on the 13th when like up like is like way better battle, by the way, and it's for like second or first.
There's times to concentrate on the mid pack and other things because I mean the mid pack. There's sometimes great racing there. A lot of the time, when you go to a race, you're gonna watch a mid pack. Just watch a mid pack driver, and you're gonna see some of the hardest racing you'll see in NASCAR.
Right.
That being said, when you're watching on TV, you need to find the best battles, and typically you want to give priority to the ones in the front. If they're within a car length of each other in the front, you should have a camera on that. And if you want to talk about other things, that's fine, but keep a camera on that. Fox is allergic to doing multiple cameras, and if they do multiple cameras, one of the cameras is going to be this freaking close to the car, and it's like it's a problem. And I want to say that also their truck coverage is ass, and I love the truck series, but I think Jamie Little is god awful as an announcer.
Really?
I think she's genuinely awful as an announcer. I think she would be a great pit reporter. As an announcer, she is
She
awful
is.
as a lead. Waltrip is bad as an announcer. I honestly get rid of the whole truck booth. Have it be Kozlowski and fucking Logano, like anything, or have
They always
Harvick
were
go in
good.
there
They
too.
always were at their
Get
chances.
just get those three drivers in the booth every weekend, or someone equal
Have
to
a
one of them.
rotating crew of Cup guys or no apps guys, and just say,
Well, because
okay,
they understand it better. I feel like they explain it better, and it's just like I don't know, like
and it doesn't
Well,
sound fake.
I kind of want to like go with like have the drivers like the Cup or Xfinity drivers do the coverage, but I don't know, like if they're racing that weekend, I feel like that might kind of take away from.
They
But I guess
enjoy
it also kind of depends driver by driver. Like if Austin Cindric
If the
was-
driver wants to, let him.
yeah, like
I mean, Kozlowski, Logano, Harvick, like have the Cup booth do the truck races when they're not doing that. Have them do the 23 fucking race weekends. Go to the track. Like it's ridiculous that they don't go to the track half the season. It pisses me off.
What they really should do is try and get Cindric in there, because I remember when Cindric used to do
Cindric's good.
coverage.
Cindric's right,
dude. And every time
he's
the number
dorky and
69
fun.
came up, he would always go nice.
Yeah.
Like they're
And,
like,
like,
yep, we're on lap 69.
I'm fine with
the-
unseriousness because we're watching cars go in circles for about an hour and a half for trucks, and it's fun. But it's like, what are we doing? It's like I don't want to hear Jamie Little and be like, "Wow, there's cars," and it's like, okay,
cars everywhere, and it's like it's NASCAR.
Wow, look at this.
and it's like, and there's a green flag.
And there's a
fucking
green
talk,
flag.
woman.
Yeah.
Like narrate.
Yeah, who's taking the green flag? Who's battling?
Who's
for
taking the green flag? Are they fighting? Are they doing this? What
Hey,
color
who
is
got
the
sent
car?
to the back?
Like anything, give me substance, woman. It's like, and
Yeah.
I want
Gotcha, for
to
sure.
succeed. I want it's the cover, and I think that's also a reason why NASCAR has declined because the coverage has gotten worse. Fox is a network that pretty much everyone has. FS1 is a network that everyone has, pretty much. When you have
Right.
bad announcers, people turn off the game when they hear Chris Collinsworth. It's like, now here's a guy. Shut up. Like, now here's a guy that's going to change the damn channel. Like, I don't want to hear Chris Collinsworth get all gobbledygooked on fucking Mahomes' cock. Like, I don't care. Like,
He does. Now that's the type of thing, like a game completely unrelated to Mahomes. He's like, now that's the kind.
it's a little Mahomey. It pisses me off. It's like that to me. And I think Waltrip needs to be like, I don't like the grid walk, but if he's gonna do the grid walk, let that be the only thing he does.
The grid walk is kind of
Because
funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I
it's
love
really
it. I love it.
It's dorky and stupid, and they need
When
to
he
go
got the
back to like
tacos
really
on
dumb
Denny
things,
Hamlin's
like
hood of his
taco in the
car.
car. We need that again. We need the stupidity of what the old NASCAR, like, willing to do the dumb things, and they just need to have fun with it. Because if you're having fun with it, the fans are going to have fun. I'd rather us be a little bit more unserious and have more fun, because people would rather watch fun than we're in suits and we're talking about cars going 200 miles an hour on an oval.
Yeah, if
It's
they
NASCAR. We're a fucking polo and say, "Holy shit, they're gonna pass each other!" Like, that's what I want. Like, I don't get why they're in suits. I don't get it.
you know,
That's a pet peeve
I
of mine.
think
It's
I
stupid.
think
It's
I
stupid.
think if Amazon was
It's
really
NASCAR.
smart, they would buy FS1's coverage of the Truck Series and just cater to that.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
if
It had
I don't
better
know.
viewership too.
Yeah.
There's more people that have Prime than cable.
Yeah, it's
Right. Exactly.
I don't know. I'm 110% on board. The Prime train. I don't. I genuinely think network TV's a dying platform, and it's only a couple more decades.
It's gonna go in
probably.
waves for the rest of our life. Network TV will always be around because it'll be looped in with someone's internet, and so people will have them like, I guess I'll watch. I guess I'll watch. The
I guess
news."
I guess I will.
And
Yeah,
it's
man.
like, it's just, like, it'll be background noise. And
Well,
sports are going to go up and down in viewership, and so you got to reach the younger demographic. And I know NASCAR is trying to do that, but when you catering to the younger demographic, which is we're the key audience for that, you can't be only going just only for them. You have to be going for everyone too. You need to cater to your longtime fans, because if you don't do that, they're the loudest.
mm-hmm.
Well, and I mean,
how do you
see the
cater to both
discontent.
though? Because it seems like both just want two different, like totally different things. And it's
You got to. I mean, both need to be willing to
opposites.
compromise at this point.
Well,
Anyways,
I think the 2025 season, guys, was crazy. We had a lot of crazy things, and one of those things that was cool to see to come to fruition was watching Justice. A lot of people complain about it and dominating to get in the playoffs. Shut up. Okay. Like to appreciate what we're seeing, okay, with SVG. I loved watching it. And I specifically loved watching the Xfinity races where Zilich and him were battling it, and I'm going to love this upcoming year. Love to hear you guys' thoughts about SVG. I really enjoyed it this year, and SVG. And I personally don't have a problem with it. I think it's a good change of pace. And I understand that the older NASCAR fans, they want.
We've had two road courses on the schedule since as long as I've been watching NASCAR.
Yeah.
You can play NASCAR 04 and you got Watkins Glen and Sonoma.
And that was it for the longest time.
And then they added the Mexico City thing, and that was hell, man. Like, I love when they are, at least if we're adding things like they are now, like next year we're going to be in San Diego.
I like the Roval, but I wish it was at a different track. I wish we could do that at a different track, because I think Charlotte's Oval is amazing. I think taking away from that is wrong because of how great it is with this current car. And we need to, there's so many things that we can do that could fix that. Like, put it at Phoenix, which notoriously is a shit track. Or Texas, which, Texas actually has been good lately. But like, there have been years where I'm like,
oh yeah, no, 5 years ago Texas was not a good track.
No. Like, there have been years, like, I was literally like talking to one of my PR guy friends, and it was like after a Texas race, and I think it was the one where McDowell wrecked. Like, he hit the bump and he ate shit.
Yeah, right.
And we were like, and he was like, nuke this fucking place. And I'm like, agreed. Like we were just done, and because it's hot, it's miserable. But like, now the race is fun. It's like, now it's like, okay, Texas is fun again. We fixed one problem, but made so many others worse. Like, made non-problems problems. It's, no car's gonna be perfect. I mean, we look back at the car of tomorrow with so much love, but in all honesty, the car of tomorrow wasn't that great, and I hate to say it.
I don't think anybody's thinking or looking at the COT going, That was
Look
a
at NASCAR
good
Twitter;
thing.
they're a little weird.
So stupid.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
I
its
like the
COT
COT
was
because I love my
drug-fueled.
aerodynamic brick. Like, don't get me wrong, I think I like my aerodynamic brick. It's very cool. And when it had the wing, it was really cool, even though the racing sucked.
Cool looking, but it was not
It was
good.
cool. It was not good. Like, sure, the Gen 6 was good. The Gen 3 was great, but it's like you're never going to have the perfect car. And I think we have too much of a variable of tracks where all these ovals are so different, where we're never going to have the perfect thing. And if we're always changing our thing, that's just going to keep upping and upping costs. And I don't know. There are people smarter than me that are probably trying to figure out this problem. That's why they're smarter than me, because they can finish the thought behind it.
Yeah. But overall, I mean, I like the road courses, and I like watching SVG. And hopefully these other drivers, they get better at this, and where it's a more of a action. But I mean, I don't know. I look at it from the standpoint, like, we are seeing something that we've never seen before in this sport, like the way that he drives, the way that he's able to handle it. I mean, it's just cool, man. On the one-off
Watch.
where he will lose, which could be next year with Zilic. Zilic could end up just,
That'd be fun.
in an Xfinity. I mean, it should be, and I'm looking forward to 2026. Now, hopefully next week, this new format. Please don't fuck this up, NASCAR. Please don't fuck this up. Hopefully, we're happy about it, and
No matter what, people are going to be mad. No matter what.
Yeah, they're gonna
Let's
piss
be
off
realistic
somebody.
here.
As long as
Like,
we're not the ones pissed off. As long as we're not the ones pissed off, that's good with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as
anything but a full
NASholes is cool
season.
with the format, that's all I care about.
That's right. Well, I mean, I know, well, news is Brad Keselowski will not be in the Clash. He broke his femur, I believe, was it a skiing trip or something like that?
Skiing.
He broke his
Yep.
femur right below
And
his
drivers
hip,
from skiing.
and
Oh, that's where dude, I broke that bone. That shit sucks.
right
Dude,
below
right
his.
at my accident, I broke that bone. That fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, he said the
Rough.
rehab. That's what he was saying. He had a video, and he said, "Well, fortunately, it's one of the fastest healing parts of your body, but unfortunately, it's very, very excruciating with doing the rehab for it." But Corey LaJoy is going to be.
Why
Okay,
not
so
Why
all
not
right,
Lane
so
Riggs?
6 for a DNF this year. Got it.
Bang.
Got it.
Yeah.
6 will DNF
So
the Clash.
that's some news that
No,
you
they're
guys
not even
got
going to
that we
make
didn't
it. They're going
cover.
to DNQ
What?
in the Clash. They're going to DNQ in the Clash. They're not going to even make the main show. That is my bold prediction. Like,
Oh my
that
God.
was the thing on NASCAR radio today. It's like, what's your bold prediction? I'm like, I don't think Corey LaJoy is going to make the Clash. Like, that would have been mine if I called in, which I
Shut
don't,
up.
because I have a life.
God tier.
But honest to God, why not put like Lane Riggs, Chandler Smith, fucking any Ford driver ever in that car?
Literally any
like,
of those.
LaJoy is the worst decision. It's like putting Chris Wright in the car. It's like it's the wrong decision.
Yeah.
I think if anybody made on the episode, one, we
God, I hope they
appreciate it.
did.
And two, please comment. Hey, I made it, and be cool. Again, make sure you guys are following us on X at NASholes Pod, on TikTok at NASholes.podcast. We'll have to start getting more content here as the season starts ramping up, but hopefully next week we can hop on and talk about the new format and say what we think, and then we'll preview 20 to give our way too early and else.
Nah, I'm good, man.
Guys, that was
Long live Biff.
Yes.
Long live Biff.
Long live Biff. And
All right.